Good morning. Have you ever wondered what it might be like to have a day named after you? The United Nations recognizes two that I'm aware of. The first is Darwin Day in February of each year, and the other is Nelson Mandela Day, which is celebrated on the date of his birth. Mandela was born in South Africa on July the 18th, 1918. He grew up in a poor family, and after his father died, he went to live with an uncle. In 1939, he enrolled in the University College of Fort Hare, but was suspended from his studies for participating in protests against certain university policies. His next attempt at a degree came in 1943 when he enrolled in the University of Witwatersrand. But again, he didn't graduate. Apartheid was introduced into South Africa in 1948 by the National Party, which was an all-white government. It was an extensive regime of segregation and discrimination based purely on race and the colour of a person's skin. Nelson Mandela hated injustice, and throughout the 1950s, he travelled and campaigned on behalf of the African National Congress. He promoted the Freedom Charter, a statement of core principles of the ANC that advocated for equality for all South African people, whites and blacks alike. As he travelled, he often disguised himself in order to elude the authorities. But he was arrested on a number of occasions, and in 1962 he was sentenced and imprisoned after the ruling apartheid government labelled him and the African National Congress as terrorists. Throughout his life, Mandela had fought for equality. His fight against apartheid was to cost him a total of 27 years in prison. In 1963, he was further charged with sabotage. At that trial, he said this: "I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to achieve. But if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die." For 18 of those 27 years, he was held in Robben Island prison, in a cell that was just 2 meters by 2 meters. Prisoners were forced to do hard manual labour in the island's quarries. And yet, whilst in prison, Mandela finally earned his Bachelor of Law degree. He was the first person in his family to achieve a formal education. The release of Nelson Mandela on the 11th of February 1990 was the most striking symbol of the end of apartheid in South Africa. He was 72 years of age. Despite the treatment he had been subject to, he continued to want blacks and whites to live in harmony and to build a better future together. In 1993, Mandela won the Nobel Peace Prize. He shared that award with the then South African President, Frederick William de Klerk. The prize was given for the peaceful termination of the apartheid regime and for laying the foundations of a new democratic South Africa. On May the 10th, 1994, at the age of 75, Nelson Mandela became the first black president of South Africa. He was president for 5 years. He had fought for the rights of children his whole life, and on one occasion said this: "Whenever I am with vibrant young people, I feel like a recharged battery." His autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, was first published in 1994. It chronicles his early life, his education, and the 27 years he spent in prison. Over 15 million copies have been sold. In 1995, Mandela established the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which investigated human and civil rights committed against Black South Africans under the apartheid regime. Nelson Mandela Day was first introduced by the United Nations in 2009. He died on December the 5th, 2013, at the age of 95. He is remembered for many things, but primarily his devotion to education and equality. He once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world." Nelson Mandela was not a perfect man, but to dedicate your life for a cause you believe in is a rare gift. And I hope that today you found some inspiration in the life of Nelson Mandela. See you next week.